Tuesday, 18th of May 2021. From Edinburgh, this is The Weekly. With me, Jeremy Barr. Welcome to the programme on the week the Home Office went too far. We're dedicating the entire programme this week to the event in the Pollokshields area of Glasgow, where England's Home Office invaded Scotland to attempt deportation of 2 Glaswegians from their own city.
Outrage at the Home Office was swift and total, with hundreds of locals coming together to prevent a so-called enforcement van from leaving with 2 of their own neighbours, and thousands others condemning the move at such a sensitive time in the Islamic calendar. The reverberations of the English invasion on Scottish land reached the very highest ranks of Scottish politics, with the First Minister herself tweeting her fury at the invasion. Tensions are now building between the two nations, with some pundits suggesting that further escalations of crimes against humanity could result in an all-out war. The English government is now facing accusations of institutional kidnapping, and Scotland's Crown Prosecution Service is considering pressing charges.
For some reason, that Priti Patel and her racist government are not answering the telephone. But there is...
As pressure builds in London to hold power there to account on its despicable actions earlier this week, one official many are eyeing up for resignation is Home Secretary Priti Patel. She's been involved in many a scandal in the years since she first entered government, having been forced to resign as International Development Secretary under Theresa May 3 years ago, after she met Israeli government ministers off the record. She's also been accused of bullying junior colleagues and civil service staff, yet Boris Johnson refused to sack her. But what do you think? Should we go further than just resignation? We asked some of you, and this is what you said.
I don't know. Who is she? Is she a singer? Is she a celebrity? What does she do?
Priti Patel is the first BAME Home Secretary. You know, she is doing a very good job, or at least I think that anyway. She is very popular within the Conservative Party, you know, the party at large and the Parliamentary Party.
Priti needs to resign as Home Secretary because she is planning to hide the Queen under Edinburgh Castle.
She's got quite a wide range of support even among the public, so I'd say her fate is fairly secure. I don't think she should resign, nor do I think she will.
I don't know. I mean, if she wants to resign, that's fine. I mean, she could be anything she wants. She could be a gardener or a florist.
Priti should be arrested after smacking nuns with a box.
A crime. Stealing flowers from public parks and making rude words out of flowers.
She definitely shouldn't be arrested and tried for treason because she hasn't done anything wrong. All she's tried to do is enforce the law, and whether you disagree with the law and whether you think that it should be different, it's not.
Go florists!
Penalised or attacked for just basically doing their job. Thank you.
The Home Office this week made no comments about the attempted kidnapping, and senior Tory ministers refused to answer questions about it. We approached the Conservative Party and asked the minister to appear on the programme, but they refused. So instead, earlier, I spoke to a grassroots Tory activist based in Aberdeenshire and took them to task on hostile environment policy. The hostile environment policy, what is the Conservative justification for that? Why do we have to terrorise everyone who comes into this country?
Well, who says we're terrorising anyone? We just merely like to keep a close eye. What are these eyes on?
Keeping a close eye, or staring them down the throat with the barrel of a gun on their head?
I mean, if that's what will get the job done, yes.
It's clear that you don't want immigrants in Britain, but what about expats, people who were born in Britain, have gone to live in other countries? How would you feel if expats were said deported back to Britain by the host nations? How would you feel about that?
Oh, well, I would feel it would be an utter travesty. I mean, why would other countries deny great British people?
But would you not secede? Would you not see that if the UK had the right to deport anyone it wanted, surely then the countries that are hosting us have the right to do exactly the same?
I mean, it's one thing. Well, Britain has a higher standard, I believe, when it comes to immigration, and I believe that these countries, they don't realise the opportunities that British people can give their countries. I mean, we have scholars and doctors and great general leaders. These countries are missing out, whereas I believe that because we are better educated as a nation, that immigrants coming to us.
Oh no, I'm going to have to stop you there. We've run out of time. Thank you very much. Donald from it.
I'm not done yet, though. I need to talk about my policies.
Let's have a look again at the footage from Thursday's horrific attempt by the Home Office. 3 words have been uttered by most people who saw this. What the fuck? The lack of empathy, the lack of respect for community, the lack of respect for the values that underpin the Scottish nation, and worst of all, the contempt it has for the Scottish Government. It makes Westminster one of the most hated places in all of England. A recent survey conducted by Survation found that 83% of Scots would be happy to defecate in the streets of Westminster as protest if they knew they would not be caught doing so. Scotland this week is demanding that it gets the opportunity to decide its own immigration policy, one that would be kinder, respectful, and acknowledge the immense contributions immigrants have brought to all of us, all of our areas and our communities and neighbourhoods, with Pollock Shields a shining example of just that. For Scotland, it's either that or this.
Don't you remember, Dad? Flanders is the unquestioned Lord and Master of the world.
Good night.